Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Good job. Too easy, too easy. Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Give him 30 yards there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go!
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Kwiatkowski coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
A first down carry by Allen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Eddie Goldman with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now let's go!
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawletta on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Lawletta. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Lawletta now to throw it. He gets it to Sims, complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A shotgun snap to Lawletta. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. No problem there on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on first down. Sliding it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
Back to throw here. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on a comebacker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper again the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun, Loletta. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Loletta, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he has got it. From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Lauletta. And Robinson with a big catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Lauletta. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Lauletta on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Lauletta. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now here's Lauletta. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying 4th quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
A give to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
3-19!
He'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Back to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Leopard! Leopard!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the
did.
defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Dallas, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit